Hey guys, my name's Ramsey. I'm here to talk to y'all a little bit today about Brazil, a little bit about their internet habits and the country, a little bit of background about them as well. First, we have this picture here. You can see it's the Art Deco statue of Jesus Christ in Rio de Janeiro, which is one of the most popular cities in Brazil. Usually, if you Google anything about Brazil or come up with any images about Brazil, this will be what comes up. A lot of people have um, heard of this statue and this town. But it's a statue created by a French sculptor, and it's built by a Brazilian engineer actually. Um, and it's 100 feet tall, so it's really big, and it's a statue that was kind of in place to create like unity within the country. It unifies them under the Christian theme, and a lot of the people look to this as a big source of unity for the country itself. A little bit of background about them. They have a very diverse population. You can trace their people origins back to four different places, primarily the Amerindians, the Europeans, the Africans, and the Asians. So they're pretty different people as a whole, but they still have a lot of unity, like I said earlier, and we'll talk about that a little bit in a second. On the right, you can see the country. You can see what the flag looks like. The flag's kind of in the country. You see how large the country is. Just geographically, it's a pretty big country. It takes up a lot of South America. Also on the bottom left is another picture of Rio de Janeiro at night, actually. You can see kind of the lights. It's really pretty. It's a really nice, pretty looking city. And this is a picture that kind of captures its beauty. Moving on to a little bit about their demographics. They're the fifth largest population, and they are actually fifth in geographic size also. So they're a pretty big country in general, both as in people and just landmass. Their number one language, the official language, is Portuguese, and it's spoken by 99% of the population. And so since it's spoken by so much of the population, it is also another unit that really offers them a lot of unity for them. It gives them a source of togetherness, just kind of like that statue we were talking about earlier. They have the eighth largest economy nominally and the seventh largest by gross domestic product. So they're a pretty large country in general. A little bit more about their computer habits. They spend about 27 hours per month online, and that's comparatively, I mean, the global average is about 24.7 hours, so that's a little bit higher than the global average. So they're definitely a connected country. They utilize price comparisons when shopping. A big trend in the country has been that most of the internet, most of the ways people access the internet has been through mobile devices. Mobile devices have been getting larger and better, and you can do anything you can in the palm of your hand with your iPhone or your Galaxy or whatever you got. And so the Brazilians have definitely taken advantage of that, and they use a lot of price comparisons when shopping. Out of the entire country, 53% of everybody connected to the internet is connected via a mobile device, so that's pretty huge. And 50% of those people that are connected to the internet are also connected via the workplace. So most people connect in public or at work or anything like that. They don't connect. About half and half connect there, and half at work. So it's pretty spread out. The most popular websites they visit, first and foremost, the very top was news and information sites, covering about 70% of their usage online and the places they visit. Second was social networking, and Facebook was the number one social networking site for them. 97.8% of their timeshare was spent on Facebook compared to the other social networking sites. So out of social networking sites, 97% of that was Facebook. So Facebook's really huge for them. It's a huge marketing tool, probably. Really, just that's where most of the people are, is on Facebook. Next, you have banking services. Um, the banking services has become pretty big since, obviously, since the come about of the mobile networking. So now you can use your mobile phone to do everything that you used to have to make a trip to do. You can control most of you can make transfers. You can do different things. So they're definitely utilizing that, and that kind of goes along with the whole mobile thing that I was talking about earlier. As far as content sites they search, mostly they search technology, gaming, sports, and traveling. Something that was really low compared to other countries is like automotive sites. Most countries are most countries' automotive sites are something that's searched a good deal, but in Brazil it really wasn't. So they kind of focus their searches on these things, and that's what they're interested in. Also, YouTube is their top video source when they watch videos anywhere or whatever. It's basically all on YouTube. Um, Getting into their shopping habits, most of what their e-commerce habits revolve around are consumer electronics as well as just department stores. Lastly, consumer electronics and department stores are kind of right there together, and then next you kind of have outdoor sports equipment and apparel, stuff like that. Um, Most of the sales, though, the actual e-commerce sales are generated from fashion accessories and cosmetics and personal care related stuff. So that would kind of fall upon the department stores, but that's where most of the sales come from. One of the websites that they use to shop at most of the time is Mercado Libre. And I did a little research on that, and basically Mercado Libre is a little bit like eBay mixed with Amazon. It's kind of like an all-in-one e-commerce engine. You can auction stuff, you can sell stuff, you can buy stuff, a company could sell stuff, an individual could sell stuff. It's pretty much like an all-in-one e-commerce. Really, it's just an all-in-one e-commerce engine for them. So it's definitely utilized in the country. Next, we have payment. Payment was something that I didn't think would be that interesting, but it ended up being pretty cool. Obviously, since e-commerce, 81% use a credit card or debit card, some form like that. Most people, that's what they're going to do in any country here. They're included. But the one thing I thought was really cool, only 11% use it, but it's still a neat idea that I didn't think we really have anything comparatively in America that's like this. But it's called Boleto Bancario, and basically what that is like you see the little ticket down here to the left. It's a little invoice. If you were to purchase something online, you can print this little invoice off and then take it to a retail store, a post office. You can take it to a bank. You can take it to a lot of different places in public, and you can actually pay cash for whatever you bought online. So it's kind of a cool way. Usually you can't pay cash for things that you purchase online, but if you use this way, you can. So I thought that was pretty neat. But like I said, otherwise, most of the stuff's done credit card, debit card, things like that. So yeah, y'all have a good day.